Hello and welcome to this newfangled software video. In today's video we're going to be covering the chat portion of Microsoft Teams. This is the third video in a series of videos. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you would like to see more of our videos, please click the subscribe button or leave us some comments as to what other videos we could do. If there's any questions you have about specific software or specific functionality within Microsoft Teams, please feel free to ask us questions in the comments. We will answer them, and we hope you enjoyed this particular video. Thank you very much.
Wanna ride me, catch a vibe with me, go get out with me, yeah. Shawty, I'm a riding G, I'm a dying piece, I'm a ride.
Before we get into the chat section of Microsoft Teams, I just want to cover the setup here quickly. We did this in the previous video where we did the activity feed, but I just want to go over it again. I've created 3 accounts. The one is the main account, which represents me. I've also installed for the main account the desktop version of Microsoft Teams, and then I've got 2 other users which are acting as third-party users, so that I can demonstrate any sort of collaboration between those users. And here you'll see the other one, Jane Doe. So that's the setup I've got to do this demo. So getting into the chat section on the left-hand side, as with any other chat software or application, we've got our chats on the left-hand side here, and then on the right-hand side we've got our main section where the chat's happening. What's different about Microsoft Teams is that it's a business application, so it's got quite a bit more functionality than you would find in other chat software or technology. So this is more similar to Slack than it is to something like WhatsApp. Starting on the left-hand side, let's just look at the options you've got for the chat. So this is a chat with an individual. I can mark it as unread. I can pin it to the top. I can again unpin that same person. I can mute the chat, hide the chat, add this contact to my favorite contacts, which will then go and sit over there, and then I can notify it or set it to notify me when this person is available again. Especially in a business context, that's very relevant. Often you want to get hold of someone and you need to urgently know when they are available again. And then lastly, you can manage apps. This I will cover it in more detail because that relates to my tab section at the top here, which will be what we go through next. So going back to the chat, what's different about Microsoft Teams is we've got a file section here. And here you can see there's a file. And the reason this file is sitting there is because in this chat, the file was shared with this person. So any files that you share with a person within a chat, especially when the history becomes long, then the files will go and sit there. So multiple files might be uploaded and they will then go and sit there. I'll demonstrate that quickly. So if I go to my PC and I upload another, let's make it a Word document actually, upload that again. Once I've done that, I can then, it gives me a notification to say this file has been shared, and then you'll see that file will appear in your file sections for this person within this chat. Just makes it easier when there's a long history with this person in the chat section. Okay, organization and activity, I wouldn't worry so much about. Organization is just organizational activity. We won't see that in this demo because it's a small setup that we've got. And then within the activity section, that's just activity relevant to this user within Microsoft Teams and the organization. The last thing I wanted to show on the tab section is I've added a tab, in this case an Excel sheet. This Excel sheet I've added comes from the file section once again. So here we'll see that Excel tutorial was added as a tab within this chat. The reason you might do that is because you might collaborate on a certain file with a certain person on a consistent basis. In that case, you will add that file into the chat that you're having with that person. Again, to understand chat, and we will get into the team section in another video or the next video, is that chat is more of your ad hoc conversations, your general conversations with individuals and groups. It's not the structured conversations that you'll see in the team section. The team section is for very structured data. It's to set up a structure for your organization. Chat is your more unstructured side of collaboration. Then we've got, if we go back to the tabs, you can add tabs like I said. Now we added the Excel sheet there. We can do the same, for example, with the Word document that we've just added. So if we go into this, we can see, okay, there's that Word document we've just added. We can give it a name. I'm just going to call it something shared. Okay. So then you can give it a name, and I say, okay, I want to add that. I can add that as a Word document. And those are tabs that you can add then into this chat with this particular individual. If we look quickly at some other applications, you can see there's quite a few applications available in chat. Be aware that your chat section will have a lot less applications available than you'll see in your team sections when we get to that video. So going through this, you can share, say for example, videos in Microsoft Stream, reports from Power BI, PowerPoint presentations. You've seen Excel and Word being added. And then more importantly, Microsoft allows for third-party applications from their App Store in Microsoft Teams. That's what gives Teams the power that it's got. If Teams didn't have this, it would just be a normal chat app. But it's actually a platform. So this is where your power comes in. What we use a lot is Power Apps. We build applications for our customers, and then we deliver those applications to the users through this functionality by adding those Power Apps from here. We've got, for example, things like Trello, which is quite popular, Evernote as a task management tool. So just because you use Teams in Microsoft applications doesn't mean you can't use third-party applications. You don't have to use Microsoft's applications to use Teams. You'll see when we get even to some of the next videos, which I'm going to do specific videos on, you can add Zoom, for example. Zoom and Microsoft Teams might be competition, but in this case, you can actually use them both by embedding Zoom into Microsoft Teams. But I'll get to that in the app section. So that's to explain the tabs and the tabs that you can add. And when they get added, they will look exactly like this. So you can use the application within this tab without leaving your Microsoft Teams application. At the top right, going back to the chat section, so you can start either a video call, an audio call without video, or share your screen with this individual. So let's say you're trying to ask a question about the document that you're looking at. You can have a quick call, or you can share your screen to show another application. So you've got those options available to you. If you want to reload this tab, for example, there's a reload button. You can copy the link to this tab and send it to someone else. So that's very useful if you want to share this document with someone. And that'll be your top section. So going back to the chat section, we have your normal functionality that you normally have with any chat app. At the bottom here, you can compose detailed messages with all your text functionality that you need for typing a longer message or composing a message. You can here set delivery options like this important message or it's urgent. You can attach files like I showed you earlier. You've got emojis, you've got your GIFs, you've got stickers. We can schedule a meeting with this particular contact from this chat for a later time, and then the actual meeting will happen in this chat section. We can share links from Stream, which is your video platform in Microsoft Teams. The reason why this is important is because you can have within the organization, you can set meetings. The meetings will be recorded and transcribed. That can be shared with other individuals who weren't maybe or they in the meeting or they missed the meeting with people within chat. That can also be set with permissions that you can't share certain videos, but if you need to share it with someone who has access, that becomes very useful. Then there's the app section. Again, there's the common ones they put here. So you've got YouTube that you can add into this. You can again go to more apps, and this is from the app section. But again, that's another video that we're going to cover We're going to have a dedicated video on that. But that's your chat section in Microsoft Teams. If this video was helpful, please comment or like this video. More importantly, it'll help us know whether this video actually helped you or was useful. If you would like to see more videos, you can either comment and tell us what videos you want to see, or you can subscribe to our channel, and for any new videos you can click the bell icon. On the next screen you'll see some suggested videos that you can watch next, and I hope you have a good day. Thank you.